Come back, and of course, these kids here, and well, we're long overdue for this interview. And folks, people aren't aware of the extraordinary work, and I'll ask Kieran if you could just rest that on the desk for me,
Yes.
of the extraordinary work being done in Trinidad, and particularly by this little group. And Kieran is going to tell me, and we'll see all these four lovely children sitting to my left here. Kieran, first of all, tell me about the Silver Dragon TaiKunDo and the work that you've been doing. I understand you've been winning trophies.
Yes.
In international competitions,
That's
and people
right.
are not aware of that.
That's right, Hansley. In fact, in July of this year, we went to Orlando, Disney World. There was an international US Open tournament of martial arts. Our school, the Silver Dragon TaiKunDo Institute of Discipline, took part.
Yeah.
And we won several trophies. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. And as well as medals. We placed, several of our students placed quite highly
Yeah.
in the competition. And it's the first time we entered this competition, and we had countries from all over the world participated in this
Is this the belt? What's this belt for?
This is another competition that we entered.
Okay.
As you can see, the Pan-Caribbean tournament
Right.
in martial arts, and in 2010.
I'll zero in on it in just a bit. But you were telling me about the other competition?
Yes, the US Open ISK World Championship Martial Arts Tournament. We had 12 students taking part, and we won 20 medals and 12 trophies. We placed first in more than one event, in 2 events actually, and we placed in the top 10 in the rest of the events.
Wow.
Every student who entered won a
These
medal.
are what, countries from all over the world?
All over the world.
And who participated? These little
These
angels here?
guys here, these guys, yeah.
Well, let's meet some of these little angels, and I'll ask them their names right now. And what's your name, darling?
My name is Karishma Singh.
Karishma Singh. All right. And what's your name, son?
Reese.
Aoife Reese. And your name, little baby? What's your name, darling? Don't cry, baby. What's your name? Tell Uncle Hansley. What's your name, darling?
Karina.
Karina. You're Karina? All right. You're shy. And you are, son? I'm Rashiva. Now, these kids won trophies. These, what are the ranges of their ages?
He's 9, 8, 13, sorry.
So you're 13, 8 years old. 8. And how old are you, baby? You're 4? 4 years old. And they participated in the event?
Yes, they did. They did.
And topped the world?
Yep, I have the results right here. We have the trophies to prove it. 2012.
Now, I find it very fascinating, you know, that these kids who have done so exceptionally well in the world, that we aren't aware that they're doing this kind of thing. How do you see this, Kieran, contributing to youth development? Clearly, these are disciplined children. There's a certain level of discipline that comes to it. But how can we use activities like this for the development of youth, and particularly to tackle youth delinquency?
What we have found in our experience at the Institute, Hansel, is that kids who come into the school to start off all with basic training, they want to learn to fight, they want to get physically fit. But our institute is much more than about physical development. We look to harmonize the body, the mind, and the spirit into one holistic being, where the person is not going out there to fight, but is going out there to be a successful young adult, to become successful in business, academics. In fact, all our students have excelled in academics once they started our program. And it's quite amazing to see these young people start off at such a tender, shy stage. And when they get out, now they speak in public, they're very assertive. People who would bully them in their schools, they back off now. They've become very self-confident, very expressive in their views. And we even have a couple of students who were troubled, and their parents brought them to the school and were practically crying to us, Hansley.
Yeah.
What to do with these kids? They gave up. They left the kids with us and said, we don't want them anymore.
Really? And they put them in your hands?
And we have instructed them. Yes, they were very, very bad.
Bullying in schools is a major, major problem.
Yes, it is.
Recently, in fact, just the other day, 2 schools in South Kieran, one from Asja and the other from Pleasantville, there were stabbings across there. Yes. So violence in the schools is quite evident. bullying in schools, of course, there were kids which became a major national issue
Yes.
that the Ministry of Education had to deal with.
Yes.
And sporting disciplines like this will not only teach a child how to defend himself, but also can even make the bully understand discipline and that you don't use your size and, of course, your strength for such a negative activity.
That's right, Ansley. You're
Yeah.
very right.
Any of you kids have ever been bullied in school?
I
You've
get
been
bullied
bullied?
a lot.
Let me hear. All right, let me hear your story. Go ahead, tell me. You've been bullied a lot?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, darling.
When I was in first year, it had this girl that used to be bad to everyone. It continued until standard 3, but now in standard 3, she in the next class and
She used to rough you up. Both of you? What would she tell you?
well, she used to borrow my colors and when she would steal them and take them with her.
And when you went to her, what happened?
She'd say, "I don't know what you're talking about." When I ask her,
She used to physically push you around and that kind of thing?
yeah.
Hit
One
you?
time she threw me down and I had a bruise on my foot.
How did becoming, well, you're a what? A white belt? Is that a white belt? All right. You're a white belt. How did learning TaiKunDo and learning the martial arts help you?
Well, when I learned martial arts, it teach me to stand. Well, I stood up for myself, and now in standard 3, I barely even see her.
Yeah. But would you bully anyone now that you know how to fight?
No,
Why?
well, it's not the right thing to do.
And you learned that, didn't you? Son, what about you? You were bullied, were you?
Yes. In standard 2, got a transfer to TML, so an old school. Right, in standard 2, a boy named Abraham.
All right. Don't call us there. Don't call us there.
Right?
Yes.
I was walking to the cafeteria, right? Take out the money and go in the line to buy it. He took my money and ran away, right? And when I find him back, I took it back, then he bite my finger.
What did you do when he bit your finger?
I went and tell the principal what he did.
Have you been ever bullied since? And what do you think about bullying fellas who push them around?
That is very bad and that is very bossy.
Do you think they're cowards?
Yes.
What about you learning martial arts? Did it help you to understand bullies and how to defend yourself?
Yes. Yeah.
Can anybody bully you now? You're a green belt, so you're getting a darker belt. That means that you're pretty advanced.
Yes, I am.
What would you use everything that you learned? And let me ask both of you this. What would you use for everything that you learned for the good?
Well, I think I should stand up for myself and stand up for children who's afraid and I should use it for the right thing to do.
Right. Does it help you with your work? Do you think it helps you with your schoolwork as well?
Yes, I do. And it helps you with your physical education too.
What about you, son? You're 13 years